What is wrong with me? Alright, we're here on the third day of Marvel Rivals release date. And I've been playing this game for a while, actually, even before the game actually released. I've been playing since, like, the beta test that they've had. And playtest, whatever they call them. Thankfully, I was able to get in. I never really saw the discussion of Roll Q come up. Maybe it did, but it wasn't as big as it is now that the game is out. I don't think people cared that much in the playtest because it was just a playtest. I don't think people really cared about that. They were just trying out the game. And the playtest, I mean, I feel like the main meta, I guess you can say, was 2-2-2 with fucking Punisher and Healer on the fucking enemy team every single time. I don't know what rank I was. I forgot. I don't know if I was in... I don't know what it was. I was playing with my friend, and he was in the top 500. That's all I'm gonna say. He was playing it. That was a little bit after I kind of stopped playing, but it's okay. I wouldn't say I was high elo, but I think I was like a little bit high. In the playtest, there were those games where people would not get off damage. Like, that's all they would want to play. And I will say, I am a duelist main myself. So this is coming from a duelist main. But I swear to God, I try to play what's best for the team. I swear. I know everyone's not like me. I'm not saying I'm like the perfect person either. That context should be known that I am a duelist main. So, but yeah, now that the game is out on Twitter, I've seen outcries of people wanting Roll Q in this game. And is that really what we need in this game? Well, I don't know. We'll talk about it. Let's say. So the issue is that people are playing. A lot of people just want to play duelist, and I think the issue with this comes from the game itself. And I'm sure everyone can agree. I think everyone has said, but there's too many characters on duelist. Too many. On this screenshot you see right here of all the duelists, that's not even all of them. There's more that I missed on that screenshot that I took. I don't really know what they were thinking with making 18 duelists and only 7 healers on release. Like, this entire screenshot of duelists doesn't fit all of them, and then the screenshot of the supports or the healers, it fits all of them. So obviously this is subject to change, but to start like this, I think is where Marvel Rivals is one of the few flaws they did with this release, because overall they've had a really good launch, but this is one of the few things where they really messed up on. Personally speaking, myself as a duelist main, I feel like all the cool characters are in the duelist category, like Psylocke, Spider-Man, Moon Knight, while in the healer role we got motherfucking Adam Warlock. And I'm sorry if that's your favorite superhero, but there's just too many cool characters in the duelist. I feel like some of the characters that are in duelist could have been in the other roles, like tank or support. But then again, if, like, let's say Spider-Man was a healer, people would be mad, like, what the fuck, how's this guy not a duelist? So there's no right way to do things. Everyone's gonna complain about something. I'm not like the biggest Marvel fanatic. I mean, I like Spider-Man. I'm pretty basic, you know. I think a lot of people do like Spider-Man, but I feel like characters like that are all in duelist, like Wolverine, like characters you'll know if you're not even like the biggest comic book fan of, like, or even or fan of the movies. Like, they're all in duelist. Like Psylocke, I didn't really know of her before this game, and like I see her, I'm like, oh my god, this fucking design's sick. But she's in duelist. Like, if she was in healer, not saying she has to be a healer, but I would have like wanted to play her because of how cool she looks. And because of that, these characters all being a damage and not in like support or tank, I feel like there's no incentive as duelist players to want to play the other roles if all the cool characters are in duelist. I mean, the only incentive is what you want to win, I guess. But like, I mean, people, that's not really a lot of people's main goal sometimes to play a game. Like Wolverine, if he was a tank, I would have wanted to play him in tank. Like, even if he was in duelist or tank. When they first announced him, I thought he was gonna be a tank, and I was like, oh, I'm gonna for sure try him out. I mean, it's fucking Wolverine. Who's not gonna try him out? But they put him in duelist, so I mean, I don't know. They really fucked up there, man. And what is the fix? And the fix could maybe be Roll Q, but there's more to that than just like saying yes or no. I see concerns from both sides that are completely valid, and I think more characters will help this in time, but I'm gonna focus on the fix that everyone is collectively, kind of not collectively agreeing on, but is the main talking point, is Roll Q for this duelist problem. And the main pro I see, and it's honestly just one main big one, is that everyone is on their main role. Everyone's gonna get their main role. You don't have to fight anyone for getting the role that you want, and the quality of matches because of that might improve, but there's no guarantee, because I think when they have Roll Q, you have to queue for a sub role, because you can't just queue for one role. So like, let's say you get field support. I know this is a problem in League as well. If you get field support and you're a duelist main, you're probably just gonna be playing like a duelist regardless, you know. And when I say that you're gonna play like a duelist, I mean that as in your play style as a duelist is not going to carry over into the support role. Supports play different from duelists, you know, and if you're a duelist main and you get failed support, you're just going to be fucking, what, just attacking mostly. You're not going to be really focused on what your team needs, which is like healing. It's not really going to work as people might expect it to. It's like, might as well just fucking play duelist if you're a duelist, man. Why be forced to play another role? Even though the quality of the matches might improve, it might not. So there's like, it's like iffy if it would actually help. That's kind of the main thing that will be positive for the game if role queue is added into the game. Let's talk about the cons of role queue. And this game's whole thing is about synergies. And if you're limiting some of them, like some comps might cease to exist. And I mean, right now I think there's only one that requires, like, it doesn't require 3 people, but like you can run 3 people if you wanted to. Like Magic, Black Panther, and Psylocke, they all have a synergy that work together. And that requires 3 duelists, and that just wouldn't exist if you add role queue. And maybe it doesn't work. I haven't seen people mess around with it. Maybe they have. And I know the synergy works with only 2 characters, but it's cool that you can run 3 duelists and run it. It might work, you know? Like, what if you don't need to run that second tank? And most synergies actually work with all the characters, but depending on who they add, like, what if they add more duelist synergies that work with 3 duelists, and like, it would be really good. And that can counter something with, I don't know, something on the enemy team. You just might not see it happen, or it just won't work anymore. And queue times right now are insanely fast with no role queue. Like, you press that button, you're fucking in the game immediately. With role queue, I mean, everyone's gonna be fucking wanting to queue duelist. Mostly everyone. It would increase the time, and that would cause people, it could cause people to turn away from like playing the game if the queue times are long. No one wants to be waiting for like 5 minutes, myself included, to be honest, to get into a ranked game. And we actually saw this happen in Overwatch. You know, I'm not sure if this is what caused the big queue times. Maybe the meta was just shit and people weren't playing it in general. But I played, what, maybe a year ago? I mean, I know the game's not as big, but I was in queue time for DPS and it was like 5 fucking minutes and it was so long. I mean, we were just playing mini games or whatever on the side. In conclusion, I think not yet. Not yet, because maybe down the line we might need it. But right now, Season 0, Season 1, I don't think you should. Because even though there has been playtests and all that, we don't even know what the meta is gonna be. Like, we don't even have an idea of what's really good. It's day fucking 3, motherfuckers. God damn. And I was watching Necros, and I saw him mention how 3 duelists could work to counter something. I forgot specifically what he said. It would suck to see that go away. You know, like, sometimes 3 duelists is the thing to do. So people are just being too quick to jump on the train of wanting role queue. I also saw a post how the dev team will balance around what is fun and not necessarily what is really good. I wish I could find the post to quote them directly. I can't find it. I looked for it. I could not find that shit. So maybe I'm just talking out of my ass, but maybe they're just balancing this game just to be fun, you know? Don't have to sweat 24/7, and like, if you're really that good and sweat that much in the game, like, you'll be switching to the other roles. It sucks that you have to do that, but I mean, if you really want to climb the ranks, you're gonna have to. And if you get to the higher ranks, I'm sure people will be willing to switch to what makes the team better. But maybe I'm just delusional and people are not gonna want to do that. I just might be fucking crazy saying that, but I don't think it's needed right now. I think we need to chill out, let the game play out. Let's see what the meta is. Is the meta even 2-2-2? We don't even know. But maybe there's some broken shit. Like, what if like 3 duelists is ridiculous? So we don't know. We just have to wait and see. I don't think we should be wanting it right now. The game's fun. I think that's what we should all focus on right now. I'm out of here. That's all I wanted to talk about, my rivals, because this game pretty fun. I wanted it to be fun. And I feel like I kind of lose the fun in games when the meta's figured out. That's just me personally, though. So I hope it stays like this, because the meta could constantly be evolving depending on what they do. We'll see, though. We'll see. I'm out of here.